This is not about a person, but a principle. This is about the will of the people.
Eurosceptic George Simion was victorious in the first round of Romania's presidential election rerun on Sunday, but did not garner a majority of votes, forcing a runoff on May 18th. He will face off against centrist candidate and Bucharest Mayor Nicusor Dan, who appears to have finished in second, according to near-final results. The ballot was seen as a test of the rise of Donald Trump-style nationalism in the European Union. The 38-year-old Simion rode a wave of anger with mainstream leaders. He opposes military aid to neighboring Ukraine, is critical of the EU leadership, and says he supports the U.S. president's Make America Great Again movement. Political observers say a Simion win could isolate Romania, erode private investment, and destabilize NATO's eastern flank while the Ukraine war rages. Last Friday, he told Reuters that Russia was not a threat to NATO, and the only risk to Europe's eastern flank was NATO being dismantled.
We are not threatened by Russia. Russia doesn't have the potential to represent a significant and important threat towards the biggest military alliance in the world.
Sunday's vote comes 5 months after a first attempt to hold the election was canceled over alleged Russian interference in favor of Calin Georgescu. He was a far-right frontrunner but was banned from standing again. On Sunday, he voted alongside Simion, with Georgescu calling the rerun a fraud. Simion is not the only MAGA-style politician seeking election in Central Europe. Polish presidential candidate Karol Nawrocki is backed by the main nationalist opposition party there in an election also on May 18th and met with Trump this week.
Tuturor celor care au ales să voteze în poziția numărul 1 pe buletinul de vot. A fost mai mult decât o alegere. A fost un act de curaj, de încredere și de solidaritate. Le sunt recunoscător și îi asigur că încrederea lor nu va fi trădată. Eu sunt aici pentru revenirea la ordinea constituțională. Vreau democrație, vreau normalitate și am un singur obiectiv. Să redăm poporului român ceea ce i-a fost luat și să punem din nou în centrul deciziilor oamenii simpli, curați, demni. Suntem cu poporul și pentru popor. Iar acest popor este făcut din tinerii care nu pleacă din țară, ci luptă pentru ea. Din ei trebuie să facem centrul existenței noastre. Lor trebuie să le construim un viitor mai bun. Poporul român este compus din muncitorii care nu cer pomană, ci dreptate.
Before I start, I need to prepare because I come here to bring greetings from the supporters of Donald Trump to support George Simion. So I'm going to put on the friendship of true Romanians and true Americans, people that stand together against a lie. And that lie is in power all over the world. I remind you that the cancellation of elections is not something that only happens in Romania. For over a year, they've attempted to put President Trump in jail. For over a year, they attempted at the highest level of power to use the courts to stop him because they saw the danger. We need MAGA and MEGA. Make America great again, make Europe great again. This isn't about us fighting one another. This is about living together in cooperation under the truth of freedom, that we each defend the truths that are the basis of our nations. The support that George Simion has in the United States, when I watch the media here, they don't understand. At the highest levels of government, people understand the importance of what's happening in Romania. You, my friends, are at the eye of the storm. What happens in this country will define what happens all over Europe.